Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. We are studying class 10 mathematics, in that chapter 15 probability. Basic concept we will study in this exercise only. So let us start with question number 1. Complete the sentences. Probability of an event E plus probability of event not E is always equal to 1. Next question, the probability of an event that cannot happen is 0. Such an event is called impossible event. Third one, the probability of an event that is certain to happen is 1. Such an event is called sure or certain event. Next question, the sum of the probabilities of all the elementary events of an experiment is always 1. Probability of an event is greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 1. Moving on to the next question. Which of the following experiments have equally likely outcomes? Explain. First is, a driver attempts to start a car starts or does not start. So the answer is, it does not have equally likely outcome, as it depends on various reasons like mechanical problem, fuels, etc. Second is, a player attempts to shoot a basketball, she or he shoots or misses the shot. Again, it does not have equally likely outcome, as it depends on the player how he or she is shooting. Third is, a trial is made to answer a true false question. The answer is right or wrong. It has equally likely outcome. And fourth is, a baby is born. It is a boy or girl. So again, it has equally likely outcomes. Moving on to the third question. Why is tossing a coin considered to be a fair way of deciding which team should get the ball at the beginning? Yes, tossing of a coin is a fair way of deciding which team should get the ball, as it has only two outcomes, either head or tail. A coin is always unbiased. Next question is, which of the following cannot be the probability of an event? So A 2 by 3, yes it can be, 15% also, and 0.7 also. The only wrong answer is minus 1.5. Probability can never be negative. Moving on to the next question. The next question says that probability of any event P of E is 0.05. What is the probability of not E? Okay, so we will start with the original formula, that is P of E, probability of any event, plus P of not E. We will say this as E dash. So P of E plus P of E dash is always 1. Clear? Is always 1. Now in the question we have been given P of E as 0.05. So what we are finding? P of not E, and that is equals to 1. So what we'll do, we'll take this 0.05 over here. So P of not E equals to 1.0 minus 0.05. Clear? So P of not E will become 0.95. So this is our answer. Now the next question is, a bag contains lemon flavor candies only. So we will write the hint, lemon flavored candies only. Clear? This is the first hint. The next in the question it is, Malini takes out one candy without looking into the bag. Okay, so Malini takes out a random candy. Okay, now the question that is, what is the probability that she takes out an orange flavor candy? So how many orange flavor candy are there? In the bag we don't have any orange flavored candy, right? So probability of orange flavor candy will be 0. Okay, and the next question is a lemon flavor candy. So probability probability of lemon candy will be 1. Clear? As the bag contains only lemon flavored candies, that is why probability of lemon flavored candy to be taken out by Malini is exactly 1. Now we have question number 7. It is given that in a group of 3 students, probability of 2 students not having the same birthday. So let us start with the hint that is given. Probability of students, take care of this one, not having same birthday. Not having same birthday is given. Okay, that is 0.992. Clear? Let probability of E be having same birthday. So according to the question, P of not E is given, that is 0.992. We are finding this one. So again, going by the same formula, P of E plus P of not E equals to 1. Here there are 3 digits, so let me write 1.000. So now whatever is given, let us find out. P of E dash is given, that is 0.992 equals to 1.000. To find P of E, we have to take this on the other side to subtract. Clear? And if you are subtracting it carefully, it comes out to be 0.008. Now question number 8 says that a bag contains 3 red balls, 5 black balls. Clear? So let us find out. A ball is drawn at a random from the bag. What is the probability that the ball drawn is red or not red? Right? Red already given, not red, that means they are asking about black balls. Clear? So we have a bag in which 3 red and 5 black balls are there. So in total 3 plus 5, we have 8 balls in the bag. Now we have to find out the probability. So probability of getting a red ball, right? So that is total red balls upon total number of balls, right? Total red balls we have 3 upon total number of balls we have 8. So probability of getting a red ball is 3 upon 8. Don't do any kind of decimal simplification. 3 by 8 is our answer. We will consider this as true. Now let us find out probability of not getting a red ball. So that is total black balls upon total balls in the bag. So total black ball, that is not red, is 5 and total number of ball is 8. Next we have question number 9. A box contains 5 red marbles, 8 white marbles and 4 green marbles. So let us write what is given. Right, again we have a box in which 5 red marbles, then we have 8 white marbles, and then we have 4 green marbles. Clear? So what will be the total number of marbles? Total marbles will be the sum, that is 5 plus 8 plus 4. 8 plus 4 is 12, 12 plus 5 is 17. Now one marble is taken out at the random, what is the probability that the marble taken out will be red? Then we have another question, white or not green. Okay, so take care of all the words. First of all, we are finding the probability of getting a red marble. So write down probability of getting red marble. Here I am writing in bracket the whole words, but you can also write P of E, right? But to be more clear and specific, I am writing probability of getting red marble. So that is number of red marbles upon total marbles. Clear? So number of red marbles we have 5 upon number of total marbles we have 17. Clear? Moving on to the next one, probability of white marble. Now as you will practice, you will understand that we can write the answer directly without even calculation. So probability of white marble is number of white marble upon total marbles. So white marbles we have 8 and total we have 17. Now comes the most important part, not green. Probability of marble which is not green. Now not green, that means red plus white. Okay, so if we are finding probability of not green, that means we have to add the probability of red and white. Instead of adding these two, we can write like this, number of red plus white marbles upon total marbles. So that will be number of red and white. So we have 5 plus 8 upon 17. So 5 plus 8 is 13 upon 17. So this is our answer. Now in the next question, it is given that a piggy bank contains 100 50 paise coin, 50 rupees 1 coins, 20 rupees 2 coins and 10 rupees 5 coins, right? If you are not reading this statement very carefully, you will be very confused. So how many 50 paise coins are there? In total 100. How many 1 rupee coin is there? In total 50. How many 2 rupees coin are there? In total 20. And how many 5 rupees coins are there? In total 10. Clear? So if you add all the coins in the piggy bank, what will be the final total? The total number of coins is 100 plus 50, 150 plus 20, 170, 180. So how many coins are there in the piggy bank? Total 108. We are finding probability of a 50 paise coin. So number of 50 paise coins upon total number of coins. Clear? So this will be 100 upon 180. Why? Because 150 paise coins are there and 180 total coins are there. It can be reduced also. So you can cut 0 0. You can cancel 2 5s are 10, 2 9s are 18. So 5 by 9 will be the probability. Okay. Now next we have probability of not a 5 rupee coin. So this is interesting because we have many coins which are not 5 rupee coin, that are 2 rupee coin, 1 rupee coin and 50 paise coin. Clear? So we will be making the formula number of 50 paise coin plus rupees 1, rupees 2 coins upon total number of coins, or total coins also we can write. So number of 50 paise coin is 100, rupees 1 coin is 50 and rupees 2 coin is 20 upon 180, that is 170 upon 180. If you cancel that 0 0, answer will be 17 upon 18. Is Gopi buys a fish from a shop for his aquarium. Then the shopkeeper takes out one fish at random from a tank containing 5 male and 8 female. So let us write with the given part, that is a fish tank is there in which male fish, how many? There are 5 male fish and female fish, there are 8. So what is the total number of fishes? That is 5 plus 8, that is 13. Okay, so this fish tank contains total 13 number of fishes. Now the question is, what is the probability that fish taken out is a male fish? Probability of male fish is number of male fishes upon total number of fishes, right? And the answer of that is total number of male fishes is 5 and total number of fishes is 13. So our final answer is 5 upon 13. Now the next question is a game of chance, which consists of a spinning an arrow which comes to the rest point at any of the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in the beginning only they have given total outcomes, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So we have total 8 different outcomes. Clear? Now one by one they are asking what is the probability that it will point at 8. Okay, so probability of getting 8. Now how many numbers are there which is 8? We have only one number, so we'll write number of favorable outcome upon total number of outcomes, right? It is very easy, but writing the formula is also important. Now how many times 8 can come? It is, the probability is only 1 and total number of outcome is 8. So what is the answer of probability of getting an 8 is 1 by 8. Clear? Now moving on to the second one. So the second one says an odd number. Okay, now probability of getting an odd number. So how many odd numbers are there? So favorable outcomes upon total outcomes. Okay, now you just have to count how many odd numbers are there. So odd numbers are 1, 3, 5 and 7. How many are there? So in total we have only 4 outcomes which are favorable. So it will be 4 upon total outcome 8. If you cancel it out, it may become 1 upon 2. Clear? Moving on to the third question, that is a number greater than 2, right? So before that, let us find out how many numbers are greater than 2. So probability of a number greater than 2. Again, favorable outcome upon total outcomes. Now how many numbers are greater than 2? They are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So how many are there? There are total 6 outcomes which are favorable. So our answer will be 6 by 8. If you cancel this, it may become 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8. So 3 upon 4. Clear? Moving on to the last question. In the last question they have asked what is the probability that it will point a number less than 9. So let us find out how many numbers are there which are less than 9. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Totally 8 numbers are there which are less than 9. So probability of any number which is less than 9 is favorable outcomes upon total number of outcomes, right? So favorable outcome it is 8, total number of outcome it is 8. So what is the final answer? It is 1. In the next question we have a die is thrown once. Find the probability of getting a prime number, a number lying between 2 and 6, and an odd number. Okay, so first of all, possible outcomes when a die is thrown, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. You all have played Ludo and you might know everything about a die. Clear? So overall we have total number of outcomes. Total outcomes we have 6 in total. Now let us find out all the hints of all the 3 questions. First of all, they have asked about prime numbers. So how many prime numbers are there? So we will be writing about prime numbers. How many prime numbers are there? So if you see from the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, there are only 3 prime numbers. Clear? So those 3 prime numbers are 2, 3 and 5. What is the possible outcomes? 3. Number lying between 2 and 6. So how many numbers are lying between 2 and 6? They are 3, 4 and 5. Total 3. Clear? And for the third, an odd number. So how many odd numbers are there? So odd number are 1, 3 and 5. So we have 3. You can see that possibility of outcomes of each and every question is 3 only. Okay, now let us go for the probability. So first will be probability of getting prime number. So how many prime numbers are there? Total number of favorable outcome upon total outcomes. Clear? So you see we only have 3 favorable outcome and total number of outcome is 6. So if you cancel this, you will get 1/2 as the answer. Clear? Same way, moving on to the second part, that is number between 2 and 6. So again, favorable outcome if you see, it is 3 upon total outcome if you see, that is 6. So again, if we cancel it, it will be 1/2. Moving on to the last one, that is probability of getting an odd number. So again, for that, our favorable outcomes upon total outcomes. What is the favorable outcome? How many odd numbers are there? 3 upon total is 6. So again, if you cancel, it will give you answer 1/2. So this is all about question number 13.